Hi there, I'm Jester in Black, and this is The Legend of the Lake on Maddening difficulty. I expect there's nothing to see here. Oh, looks like we might be able to see the enemy turtle. So I guess it's time to see if we can make turtle soup in this fog that's as thick as soup. So he's got 44 attack and 20 attack speed. He can counterattack at any range. Gets defense plus 6 during combat. Halves all damage. Doesn't take effective damage from like blessed weapons, so I might want to unequip the blessed lance. His defense will go up to 37 when he attacks, so far not so bad. But then let's look at the things he unlocks. He gets quick riposte. His HP is above 50%, which it generally will be because he has renewal. Then he makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, so suddenly this 20 attack speed doesn't matter anymore, and he'll actually be able to double even Petra. He also has 70% damage reduction on top of this 50% damage reduction, and then he also has Habits and Aegis, which can cut the damage in half again, so it's really hard to deal damage to him without breaking his barriers. He does do an additional 5 damage and rattles units when he uses Rapids. And he has 33 crit and 38 crit with the Creststone of Indek. And he also has 1 to 3 range, so not only can he reach you at 3 range, but he can also counterattack at any distance as well, so it's pretty dangerous to get that close to him. And I believe his AoE attack also hits out to 3 range, although it looks like it only hits out to 2 range. So he is a pretty formidable player phase offensive threat, but on enemy phase he's not quite so strong. Although being rattled is definitely not good. Then there are also waves of enemies that spawn from various locations on the map. I think there's like swordmasters and warriors and maybe snipers. And of course it's a foggy map too. So we're in for a fun time.
Linhardt, wake up! We've reached Lake Tutates.
Huh? What? Oh, yes. So we have.
A temple on a lake, huh? Looks fancy. And that's a cute, guard dog?
Guard dog? Is it I to whom you are referring?
Whoa, a magic beast! And it talks.
Nuisance. You weaklings should turn tail and run.
Hi. We're actually, looking for something?
I know well what it is that you desire. If you want it, you must first complete my trial.
Of course we do. This is as awful as I expected it would be. Perhaps we could go home now?
Are you kidding? It's just a little fog. Come on, let's go talk to Mr. Magic Beast.
Alright, so I can't tell where the enemy ranges are because this is another fog chapter. But definitely don't want to step into the beast's range until I'm ready. I think I can fly off with probably Caspar and Ferdinand and use torches to light the area up. Oh hey! Hi there! There are wyvern riders just waiting for me to walk into them. So I have to keep Leone from being attacked because while she's not really a bad unit for her level, she's pretty underleveled.
I do this for all.
Might be able to take out these wyvern riders with, let's say, a silver bow. Okay, we'll need a little bit of supplemental damage there.
More fighting.
So maybe a silver bow and Dorothea.
I suspect our opponent is an illusion. If we cut off the source of this magic, they should stop attacking.
I think that means kill the boss. I think they, like, infinitely spawn unless... Maybe if you stand on these weird circular looking tiles. I forget if that actually works or not. It's been a while since I played this chapter.
What's my strategy?
So, Byleth can get this kill on her own. She probably won't be hit, but we'll need to get her if she is. Saving
Always
durability
going
with
to
the killing edge there. And there's another one.
I'll cut through.
So maybe Felix will get a chance here. I don't think even if I crit it'll do. At 33 attack speed versus 31. Okay. Yeah, there's no doubling there. But I think if I open with Lysithea, I should be able to do some good. Steel bow will cut that, so we'll just use the steel bow here instead of the silver bow.
A little scratch won't stop me.
It was less expensive after all. And then Lysithea. And I one shot? Nope, not without Hades. Although my hit rate with Hades here is actually not bad. So I think I'll go for Miasma and then follow up with Felix so Felix gets the kill. He's a little bit underleveled. Lysithea is level 36 and he's only level 30.
Alright, next.
Alright, so that clears that out.
Ready for anything.
So Caspar doesn't have to worry about enemy archers. He does have to worry about being doubled though, because he's only got 14 attack speed.
Put me in there.
So probably want to keep him a little ways from the edge here. We've got enemy swordmaster, so it's a good thing I kept him away from the edge here. 41 attack speed, silver swords. Oh, this is a mercenary actually. It's nice as they sort of throw me a bone and give me a somewhat easier enemy to take out there. And I think on this side, I might not like what I find. I think there are cavaliers. And a warlock. I can survive the warlock, as long as he doesn't crit. And we've also got brawlers. Spirit dust up for grabs. That'll be nice to feed to Lysithea. Cause her stupid level of magic to go even higher. Yeah, she's got 50% more magic than Dorothea. Now it looks like this brawler actually can reach Lysithea, so that's a problem.
Ready when you are.
And I can't get around to the side to game both of them. That's not very good, and I'm not even sure Ingrid could survive here. Okay, 20 times 2.
I'm awake.
We get the kill with Linhardt, maybe? It's not likely to hit. I do 34 damage. Nope. Alright, well, that means that this was a mistake and I have to move Lysithea closer.
Let's make this quick.
And I basically am using my time rewinding abilities to do some scouting here.
I'll cut through. One to remember.
Alright, that takes care of that again.
Put me in there.
I think it's safe right here. I'll do the same.
My orders?
Might want to dismount her if I'm going downstairs.
Ready for anything.
Now I think this is ground and this is not. So this is probably not as well. So I think if I put Ferdinand somewhere like right here, he'll be safe from being attacked. Yep, that looks good.
Ready
And
when
then
you
I can
are.
put Ingrid, let's say right here, and prepare to do a hit and
I'm
run.
awake.
Looks like Linhardt's kind of stuck. But at least he's safe. Alright, so taking out this grappler, I could move Lysithea this way. And it looks like I should be able to one-shot him. It won't be all that reliable. I could try this and stick around for the support bonus. And actually, if I put Ingrid right here, that'll give us a double support bonus.
More fighting.
And then I think Dorothea can attack from here with Thoron. Her hit rate's not good though. I'll try this.
It's done.
Alright, that takes care of that. How does Meteor look? 65? Not that great. Can Ferdinand take this enemy out on his own? Okay. And if I smash, I can do it a little bit more effectively. So I'll go for the smash here, just to avoid taking the counter.
No time for pity.
And I can pull a little bit back with Ferdinand here. I don't think I can reach with Linhardt. So do I really want to risk this attack with Dorothea? When it's not going to get the kill. And I don't think I should. But I do need to kill this enemy, so I may need to blow a stride gambit in order to get someone over there to actually kill the
What's
enemy.
my strategy?
I'd like to hit Felix as well if I can, so let's move Leone here.
Did the trick.
Ah, thanks.
There we go, that gives me full mobility at least.
I will prevail.
So I could get Petra over there if I absolutely need to.
I do this for all of us.
Probably the best I can do is Bernadetta, and then after I use, let's say, the silver bow, Dorothea.
What?
Oh, he's Tome Breaker, so maybe I shouldn't be trying this with Dorothea, but she will be able to deal significant damage. As long as she actually hits. So I'll go with Sagittate, so she's likely to hit. And then I will pull Felix and put him right here. There, did kill.
It was meant to be. I still need to improve.
Alright, so that takes care of that side. Now on this side, I could try some kind of an attack with Petra. I could also go over here and try the same. I suppose if I go somewhere in the middle, like here, and I bait all of the enemies at once, I better check her vote. She's got 118. So after the plus 30 buff, she'll be just fine. So I think I will do that, and that will draw the heat off of the rest of those allies. The killing edge will break, in all likelihood, so I think I'll go with the silver sword. And then maybe I'll attack one of these who are not on advantageous terrains with a hand axe, just to see if I can do some damage. Didn't expect it to work, but we did get some experience for it. And then I can move Linhardt up this way. Potentially warp some units around as well. Alright, something spawned up there.
No use! With all of my might!
Dead.
Each battle a victory. I work to grow. I want to learn even more.
So Marianne levels up there, which is not that helpful. No swordsman can match Petra.
My heart burns with pride.
She is by far the strongest swordmaster on the map.
Not for myself, for everyone.
She missed. That's okay, we'll get him next time. I can actually do a hit and run. I actually managed to hit. I'm surprised that worked. I was expecting that to be a miss and run. But I can move Petra here and give her an iron sword. And that takes care of that. That warrior is a little bit concerning. I can definitely do some kind of a ranged attack and run away. Alright, we did a little bit of chip damage. I can pull a little bit further back with Ingrid. Felix has 53 avoid. Get 115 hit. That's like 73 after Axebreaker. As long as he can take one hit, I should be able to bait with Felix. 58 attack. 49 and 18. I should be all set. I'll stay with the Iron Sword for maximum avoidance. Go with a curved shot here. And then I think we can hit him with Lysithia even from all the way back here. That'll kill.
You lost that one.
And then I can move Dorothea up as well. Doesn't look like anyone needs healing just yet. I have a chest key with Violet, so I would like to open this chest. Hopefully I don't get destroyed because I did that. I'll try to keep Leone in the explored regions of the map. And then I could could potentially scout ahead with Ferdinand here. I definitely do not want to meet with an enemy archer. I think I'll actually put him up here. Give Lysithea the Spirit Dust, just so she could be more effective sooner. Alright, there's another enemy spawn there. There is an archer. I knew there was one somewhere. Luckily it didn't crit me. Miss. And then probably a kill. Oh, that'll do it. Got 3 HP left. She did 93 damage to him. It's only a little bit overkill. Here comes something. This is fine.
Fire meets water. I fight for justice's name.
Alien activity going on in the fog. Looks like there's a sword master here. Leonie should be safe. I'll put Petra all the way up here. And I'll have her wait. Hey look, I found a warlock. Ferdinand actually has higher avoid than Felix does. Alright, we've got warriors. They're not likely to hit Felix, and even if they hit, they'll have to crit to kill him. That should be fine. Alright, so if I'm going to do the hit and run thing with Ferdinand here, it's going to be a hand axe. Excellent.
A boon for our future.
I'll be fine right there. I can move our squishier units down. I can use the Spirit Dust. Alright, 47 magic with Lysithea. It's kind of ridiculous. If I move Byleth in the way, I might actually draw the Swordmaster who's lurking in the fog here towards her. Which would not be quite as good as having Petra do it, at least from a combat perspective, but I think I'll be able to survive as long as I equip the Iron Sword. Yeah, with 40 attack speed I should be fine. Might actually, want to find him before sending Byleth down so I can take an attack this turn. Now here's something funny. What if I were to use Warp, and I warped my unit on top of an enemy? What would happen? I'm not sure. I'm gonna do it for science. Alright, so there's an enemy on the corner here.
I'm awake.
What happens if you warp a unit on top of an enemy? Oh, it doesn't let you. I'm hitting A and it actually won't allow me to do it. That's interesting. You could potentially use that to check for enemies in the fog or something, using rewind spam without a torch. Kind of awkward. Anyway, the more you know.
What's my strategy?
Put me in there.
I don't believe anything. Warlock has range here. Snap sniper would be 1, 2, 3. So if I put Caspar right there, I think Caspar should be safe. Whoops, the pathing there was poor. He might survive, but then he'll get attacked by a mage. So let's try that again, but do it properly this time. That doesn't look like it's going to let me. Well, in that case, I'll just leave Caspar where he is.
My orders?
Ready when you are.
That'll do it for this turn. More enemies from there. 0 hit rate. 0 hit rate.
No use.
0 hit rate. That could hit. Could have crit even. Zero hit rate. Alright, there's a bunch of archers up there.
You are in my way. Each battle a victory.
Petra makes it look easy. So if I were to hand axe, maybe a 25% hit chance here. There's also some kind of an enemy here, so I better stay away from this edge.
What's my strategy?
Probably want to go with the silver sword. Don't need to guarantee that I'll hit. So, Grounder will do. Wind Sweep would also do, but it spends more durability.
It's over.
There's no turning back now.
I think the biggest threat is probably the mage, because it actually could hit us.
To survive, I will win. Witness frigid pride. I have much expertise now.
I really want to equip that right away, but doesn't look like I'll be able to. It's not this turn. Now there are snipers, and I think they've been pulled over here. There are also potentially enemies along here that I have to worry about, so I'll have to be cautious with my advance.
Ready for anything.
There's a warrior up here, I think. Maybe he's turned the corner.
I'll cut through.
Alright, so we've got one brigand, one warrior. If I hide behind this pillar, I can hand axe both of them, or thought I could hand axe both of them. Next speed of 26. 29, yeah, we're a little bit
I do
short.
this for all of us.
I don't think I'll be able to get the
More
kill
fighting.
just with that, so
Let's make this quick.
can't reach with Lysithia either. I could warp, but I don't think that would help that much. Good Meteor. No point in saving Meteor for the boss since he's got counterattack. So sure, I'll do this. I think that triggers Wrath. Can hand axe. Alright, let's say I use a real axe instead of a hand axe. Likely to go my way. Guarantee it for 5 durability. The enemy's crit there made me a little concerned for what might happen if I missed.
If I live, I fight.
I think I can put Ferdinand there. Relatively safely. If I go here, I might be able to do Deadeye. I don't like the hit rate. Guess I'll settle for that.
I'm awake.
Probably don't want to warp Byleth. Leaving her where she is probably served just fine. Looks like probably another warrior spawn there. 10% hit rate. Another 10% hit rate. If one of these hit, it's okay. It would take 2 to take you down. That's fine, as long as nothing else attacks.
A boon for our future.
Okay. That's also fine. As long as nothing else attacks.
No use.
That's fine. Uh-oh. Alright, we got lucky in that mist. I shouldn't have
No
put
time
Ferdinand
for
up that far. I probably should have pulled him back after attacking. But he did manage to scout out the area and let us know that there were some spooky things hiding in the fog there. Information which I can use to kill the spooky things hiding in the fog.
This is my stage now. Feels like fighting is all there is.
That wasn't very good. I'll send Ingrid up. Mostly to explore. Looks like there aren't any enemies right around here anyway.
I will not let down my guard.
I'll put Ferdinand next to Dorothea for passive healing. There's definitely something coming for me. I don't know if it's going to come this way or this way, but I would expect it would probably come this way, since that's the shorter path. Back for this kill with Petra. Right. There's one sniper
Not for
down.
myself, for everyone.
More
For
speed,
Bridget,
more strength,
I
more
find
charm.
strength to carry on.
I'll try to put this to use.
And just because I've been carrying Marianne around like a backpack full of healing items, she'll actually get all the way up to A rank there. Probably want to be a little bit careful. Oh, there we go, that's why. So we've got 44 attack, 22 attack speed enemy here. Might be able to take him out with Caspar. Okay. But let's say I use Linhardt plus Caspar, then I could get it done, I think. I believe these are Cavaliers or Paladins, and not snipers, so it might be safe to leave Caspar where he is. I don't see any others, so hopefully there's just one. I have a sneaky suspicion that assuming that might get me killed here. Oops. I didn't get the kill. You won't actually double the Oni. Rather curious. And he'll definitely attack her because she won't counterattack. So I'm going to do this right this time. I'm going to select the correct spell, which will do enough damage to kill this horse with Linhardt.
I hate this feeling.
Level 28. Magic and speed and luck and resistance.
My orders?
More enemies spawning there. Probably a sniper, if I had to guess. Hit rate's down to 9% thanks to Petra's speed,
No use.
with a tiny chance of her dying. Felix will survive. There's our free heal. There's some more free healing.
Let's make this quick.
Should probably try to give this kill to
I'd do this
Bernadetta,
for all of
so that way I
us.
could potentially class her into a Falcon Knight. If I get her up to level 30. Could do that. But I would prefer not to.
Ready when you are.
Crit chance here is kind of a problem. I'm surprised he does so much damage to Ingrid. But I can outrange him with Lysithea. That should definitely allow me to get the kill. Two shots at this.
Still here.
And bows. Now we're getting closer.
I think I got it.
And closer is one of the most powerful, tactically speaking, combat arts in the game because it roots an enemy in place, which basically neutralizes any melee unit in the game if you hit them with it. With a small exception for
More
bosses.
fighting.
I think I have to use Physic here to get Felix's HP up.
I'll cut through.
And then I'm going to try sitting him on this tile. And I think I'll clear a little bit away with Ingrid. So that way if the enemies do ambush spawn there, I won't be in trouble. On this side, there might be more horses or something coming from behind.
What's my strategy?
I think I'm going to try the somewhat cheeky combat trick here. And that'll get Byleth into range to take out this sniper.
Here is something to believe in.
This could turn the tides. One day the war will be over.
You are impressive.
Yep, so the repositioning skills you learn from the beginner classes, I think it's the beginner classes, are actually pretty valuable all the way through the game. But only in very specific situations where you're just a little bit off. Should be able to get this with Petra.
Each battle a victory.
Put me in there.
And I should be able to move Caspar up this way. And I want to stay out of sniper range, so let's say 1, 2, 3. So if I put him somewhere like here, that should work just fine. Then I'll move Leone up with Linhardt. Maybe not that far. Guess if I sit on the side, that would make the most sense, because then only one way can attack either Leone or Linhardt. 0 hit rate. Is attacking from 3 range. was a little bit risky. But we got him.
All is going to plan.
These enemies have crit on me. Alright, so I did go forward a turn, and it turns out that the enemies that spawn from these tiles are ambush spawns. And that's a problem, unless you pin them in. There's also a wyvern rider somewhere in here, waiting to attack me. So I'm going to move Felix.
I'll cut through.
I think if I put him right here, I might be able to block the enemy if they spawn on this tile. If they spawn on here instead, then I may need to do something a little bit different.
Ready when you are.
I think Ingrid has enough attack speed to avoid being doubled. Possibly. As long as I equip the lightest weapon she's got. And then I can heal up Ferdinand.
Back to the fray.
I do this for all of us.
So as long as I can figure out how this works and stabilize it, I should be in good shape. On this front, there's probably another Cavalier over here somewhere. So I do want to stay ahead of that.
What's my strategy?
I'll put Byleth here and see what we can see. Alright, Swordmaster, Sniper. So, Victor has 49 attack speed. Swordmaster only has 41. But he has quick riposte, so I don't think I get to double him. I can kill the archer though, so I'll go for that.
Flame spirits protect me.
Marion goes all the way up to level 27 from this.
I feel a little stronger. My orders?
And then I will try to stay out of sniper range here, so 1, 2, 3, this should be safe. Move Linhard up as well, and then I'll move to intercept with Caspar here. There's our paladin. Caspar will take some damage, but he'll survive. Let's see what happens. Alright. That crit rate's kind of high for me to feel comfortable with it. Caspar did alright there.
Can't pull back yet.
I'll try to take this Cavalier out with a smash. He's a paladin at this point, isn't he? Any enemy on a horse is a Cavalier in my mind. I'll probably head out to heal Caspar here.
Thanks for helping.
And then I think I'll pull Leone back since it should be a little bit safer now.
What's my strategy?
I'll go for combat out here with Byleth. Guaranteed kill.
All is going to plan.
And I can open this chest with Petra. There's, I think, 10,000 gold.
Let's make
On this front, I'll hide Lysithia here and heal Felix.
Sorry.
Not great. That helps a little though.
I'll cut through.
And then I'll put him right there, that'll be fine. I'll
Ready
start
for anything.
tiptoeing this way with Ferdinand. Very slowly. Hopefully if
Ready
there's
when you
anything
are.
over there, it won't surprise me.
do
And then
this
I'll
for
start
all of us.
moving Dorothea and
fighting.
Bernadetta over this way. Sort of scout out that middle area that I haven't explored yet. Swordmaster spawns on that tile. Okay. And we've got to fight a Wyvern Rider. That's okay. He didn't hit us. Even if he had. We'll survive this too as long as it doesn't crit. And we get the counter kill. Looks like this enemy is a little weaker than the normal Swordmasters. Which is nice for an ambush spawn Swordmaster to be.
Put me in there.
Probably get this with Caspar. Do want to be careful with my positioning though. I can risk it.
I don't train for fun.
If I put Byleth right here, that should be fine and prevent whatever spawns there from doing anything. And it looks like this area is clear, so it should be safe to move Leone and Linhardt up. Not quite so far.
Thank
And then I can march Petra forward and onward. Nothing to see there so far. If I go one more space, looks like I'm still out of boss's range. Fernando's 99 avoid, so he's got decent odds of surviving. Let's see what we find over here. Right, I can attack with Meteor, but I don't want
I
to.
needed that.
Looks like another pony is spawned there. Leave Caspar behind to deal with that. That does leave me with very few units left to fight the boss. Umbral Steel. Not sure that was worth the chest key. I very rarely repair. Let's see what we can see. There doesn't seem to be anything on these steps.
My orders?
I'm going to put Leone on this tile. We'll see if that stops them from spawning or not. And I'll leave Byleth here just in case they do spawn. I'll leave Caspar here to fight the enemy
Put me in
ponies.
I'm awake.
Probably want to run away a little ways with Linhardt then. So he doesn't
I
get caught
will
out.
prevail.
Which will do just fine there.
More fighting.
Should be fine
I
if
do
we
this for all
approach
of
here
us.
very carefully. I know what Bernadetta's attacks look like here. Yeah, that's not safe. So having Bernadetta on anti-reinforcement duty totally makes some sense. Ingrid might fare alright. She can't scratch it unless we use like a silver lance. She has just the right amount of HP to be killed by a crit. That's kind of unfortunate. But I could use her for a hit and run with some kind of a gambit, so keeping her close at hand probably isn't the worst idea.
I'll cut through.
I don't know how Felix will
Let's nip
fare.
this quick.
Probably don't want to fight with Lysithea either. But if I hit center space with her Resonant Lightning, that'll go a long way towards armor breaking him. Not great. But at least... Huh. If you seal defense on the enemy phase, it goes away by the time player phase comes around. This is pretty likely to work, so I will risk it.
You're all going down. We're ready.
What do our Gambit hit rates look like against him? Alright, Petra's is good. 27 charms, so... as long as we have Gambit boosts, we should be in pretty good shape. There comes a pony. Looks like as long as I have units here, I don't have to worry about anything spawning, so...
What's my strategy?
I'll pull Byleth off here,
Put me
and
in
I'll
there.
put Caspar here, and I'll run up here with Linhardt. On this front, I will pull Lysithea out, move her here, and I'll wait with Bernadetta there. I actually have 2 Resonant Lightnings. So I think together, those can armor break him in 2 hits. And then I just need to get in for as much damage as possible. So I'll wait until Byleth gets close, so that I can take full advantage of her damage. And while Lysithea and Dorothea aren't going to do all that well versus the Lord of the Lake, as long as it isn't crit, I should be safe. Just have Renewal, plus Miracle, plus Quick Riposte, plus Pavis, plus Aegis, plus 70% damage reduction, plus 50% damage reduction, which is kind of nuts. So, I'll probably only be doing 1 damage to him until I break his barrier. Once it's down, my damage will be much better, though probably still not all that great. I don't think he can hit Petra. Oh, we can, but not if I sit and wait. So, if I'm gonna go for the Gambit, 70% hit rate, not great. 60% hit rate, also not great, so I would like to get a little bit of extra support there. But I can't get into 3 range without facing an attack from him. So Ingrid will get killed by a crit. Dorothea survives a crit. Lysithea dies to a crit. I think that Linhardt probably survives a crit. Petra probably can't be crit. Yeah, Linhardt survives the crit just fine. If I could actually put him right here and do some damage to one of these barriers. I'll go for wind.
We'll fight, but your form and mannerisms suggest that you may be...
If you want your wish to be granted, it is better that you fight me in ignorance.
And Finland Heart's massive resistance is coming in handy once more. It's relatively rare that I get to do that. Poison Strike also helps here. So then I think if I go with Dorothea, that's probably the next best thing I can do. I want to hit this central tile, I think. 85% hit rate, pretty good.
Fine. Defeat me and show me what you are capable of.
Use what you have.
It's fine, I'm not doing it for the damage, I'm doing it to break the barriers. He's now stunned. No, he's not. Interesting. And then I'll go for another Resonant Lightning. Also at an 85% hit rate.
This could be crucial.
Since the tile's broken, she'll actually do pretty good
Let's
damage.
turn the tables.
There we go. Roll Steel times 10. Now we can get attacks in for free. Might as well go with all I've got. And Petra can also attack here. Yep, so I'm not hogging all the spaces with Byleth. That's fine. Open with the Silver Sword.
Incarnation of Sothis. Interesting. Let's test your mettle.
And I should be able to get this kill with Petra, which unlocks Renewal. Might be a little bit of a waste of damage to do it with Petra though, so...
Ready for anything.
Alright, I guess I'll go for it with Petra. Alright, the more we attack the turtle, the stronger it becomes. But at least, it only gets defensive buffs up until the point it gets quick riposte. I think Silver Axe is as much as I can do, unless I crit with like a killer. But he's got pretty high luck. I'll stay right there for now. There's another 10 damage. I don't think it's safe to move these units, otherwise I would. I'm sorely tempted to go in for just a couple more attacks here for free. But I think that's all the free attacks I'll get. There's another horse coming. Heals for 20. That was unfortunate. I'm going to need to heal Caspar.
Thanks for helping.
As long as Violet doesn't get crit here, she should be alright. I could wind sweep. I prefer to wind sweep with the Iron Sword if I'm gonna do it. Nice, we got the crit with a wind sweep as well. So, wind sweep is one of the best combat arts in the game because it prevents you from being counterattacked, which is incredibly helpful to survive. Boss is very unlikely to hit, which means he's very unlikely to crit. so I could potentially try for the kill with Petra here.
You are in my way.
Nice. There goes another bar. Alright, it's Miracle, I think. Yep. That's pretty unlikely to crit. Well worth doing for the damage. And I'll move out of range. I can leave Dorothea in range. I prefer not to be doubled, but I do like the extra damage. And that increases their magic attack even more. As well as her resistance, which will be pretty helpful here. It's a little bit too risky for me, I think. Enemies with double-digit crit rates. But I can Gambit, and that'll do free damage.
I'm here to help. Witness my resolve.
And I can pull Ingrid out and put her over here. What does a Luna look like here? 29 damage? That's worth doing as long as it is the last hit. If I'm going to take a counterattack, it's probably a little bit too risky. It's because he's got 15 crit on me. Can do even more damage with Hades, and it's guaranteed to hit as well. So I will refrain from doing that. I think that's about all I'm going to do here. Unless I want to Gambit. Just not going to hit, so not much point in that. I'll try for the Killer Axe to redeem the failure of my hit last turn against this pony a little faster, hopefully. As long as Byleth doesn't get crit, this is okay. I can still smash with Caspar for the kill. Might even be able to use a hand axe. Yeah, I do need the extra accuracy, so I'll go for the smash.
Attack at your own risk.
That means that Caspar does need healing as well.
We're ready.
At least he's being useful. It's more than I usually get out of Caspar. Usually he's kind of a liability. So, Metro Byleth Dorothea. I can go for the Wind Sweep. 13 damage. I can do another 15. And I could do either a whole bunch or not that much, depending on how this goes. Nice. Looks like it's gonna be a whole bunch. Then we need 25 more, so Ferdinand is not likely to get crit. So I could potentially get away with that. I think, getting close Lysithea kill range. But now he will double her. So I'll need to use something a little bit faster. So I need 11 more damage. I think I can do that with Dorothea. Yep. That 6 damage is no big deal. And I can follow this with the Luna. And he won't get a counter unless he miracles, which is less likely than him not miracling. So there's a little risk involved there, because if he got, you know, miracle proc and then he crit me, he could have killed me. Now he's got quick riposte. And quick riposte is not good news. So I would like to knock him out of quick riposte range as quickly as I can. An easy way to do that is to gambit him. But I think I'm going to need to do multiple gambits. So once he's below 50% health, he's pretty much no longer a big threat. So if I gambit him here, and then I gambit him with Ingrid, we can do something like almost 30 damage. We need to do about 100. But that gets us a good chunk of the way there. And if that's going to be the last turn, I can also pull in all of the units from the sides as well. So these units will be rattled, which won't be good. I think I'll just skip and then do something next turn, so that way I don't waste attacks that'll just be healed right off. This is less likely to crit at least, but it will do a little bit extra damage. Miss Petra. But did hit the other 2 units that are over here. Even though he doubles, it's perfectly safe to use Linhardt here, and we can actually get potentially some pretty good damage out of him. We're at almost 45 here. Can't attack with Lysithea until the end. I think Bernadette also gets killed. Yep, so don't do that. But Gambit, magical attack, probably Wind Sweep. With, let's say, maybe a Killing Edge. And just get 24 damage out of that. Then follow that with, I would say, the Killing Edge. It looks like it won't quite be safe to do this. There's a small amount of risk involved. But I could certainly attack with Agne's Arrow, with Dorothea. Although since she's rattled, that's a little bit riskier than it would otherwise be. A little healing will fix that right up, though. But if I do decide to heal her, that does mean no Linhardt attack. So the question becomes Dorothea or Linhardt, whose attack is more valuable? Looking at 14 damage versus, I think, 15 plus a Poison Strike. So Linhardt's is more valuable. I can have Dorothea heal Byleth or heal herself. Let's do this. Do as much damage as we can, as effectively as we can.
Put the plan into action.
So far, so good. So I can't actually do this safely with Ingrid. There's a small chance that she'll be crit. But she's unlikely to be killed at the very least, so I do have that going for me.
Our strategy is solid.
I could always warp her out as well. And I guess I can draw attention with a different gambit. So he's at 169. After I use Linhardt here, I'll be at 154, and then he'll get poisoned as well, I think. Excellent. He's at 145 now. I can use Wind Sweep. Potentially 24 damage here.
Allow me to
Excellent.
demonstrate.
Just a little bit more. I'll actually have him on his last legs. I'll do Poison Tactic with Petra here.
My
The poison will counteract the renewal a little bit.
strategy.
So avoids taking a quick post counter. And that also draws attention away from Ingrid, so that's fine. He's at 103. If I go for Nosferatu here, as long as I don't get crit, I'll be alright, but crit rate's 20% against that. It's probably best to just heal with Dorothea here.
I owe you.
Yep, he's still in quick riposte range, but I think next turn I should be able to take him out of it. Yeah. Looks like he wasn't poisoned. That's okay. There's another pony. He'll go for Petra. And we'll take a counter from the Killing Edge. Didn't do quite as much damage as I was hoping for there, but it did do something. There's a small amount of risk involved there, because he could potentially double hit me. So I think I'll open with Linhardt, Bolgenone. Between his 15 damage and the 9 from poison, that gets him down to 110. And then I think I should be able to get him down with Dorothea. Yep, as long as he doesn't double crit. And that takes us out of quick riposte range. Here I can go with Petra, and she's very unlikely to die.
You are in my way. To survive, I will win.
That puts him at critical HP. And I could attack with pretty much whoever I want. I think I might be able to get this with Bernadetta. Herb shot. The problem is he has Miracle. Which means there's a little bit of risk there that I need to account for. So I think I've probably got to take this with Byleth. We're good.
You did well. The trial ends here. What sublime children of men. Go ahead. Name your desire.
So, we heard you're giving away free weapons?
Do be quiet, Leone. Somewhere in this temple is said to rest the holy bow of Saint Indek. It is called the Inexhaustible. Could you find it in your heart to let my friend here have it?
You have shown might deserving of my sacred bow. I will grant your wish.
Yes! Thanks, Mr. Magic Beast.
So the boss there is every bit as dangerous as he usually is, and the enemies in the fog are also ambush spawning, and they have decent crit rates too. So this map is pretty dangerous, especially if you don't know what's going on in the fog, or get surprised by things. I think the Wyvern Riders might be new, I'm not sure. All in all, this map would have been a little bit tricky even if it were Maddening mode, but it's a fine challenge on Maddening mode still. And I don't think it was excessively difficult. It wasn't like the turtle could one-shot all of my units like I was afraid he might be able to. So the scaling isn't crazy. Thanks for watching. Next up is Chapter 17. Until then.